Greetings everyone, 4 Turbo here. Today we have came to the finale, to episode 4 of old PC Resurrection series, where we took an old Dell Precision 380 from the University of Lethbridge. We have dusted it out, we have cleaned up, we have do all the improvement we can. Took it from a dusty garage where it sits for 5 years. Today we are going to take a look at the performance that has preserved over the 11 years. And we know we're in the darkness because that's where the places benchmarkers, geeks, PC gamers live. And we can see the computer is powered on. If you can't really see that, well, you probably can now. But anyways, today I'm gonna bring you to some juicy but not really juicy benchmarking, because they are probably the worst result you can ever see in your life. It is gonna get pretty bad. So let's take a look at CPU-Z and GPU-Z for a second, because why not? These things still work, although this is a very old PC. Not now. And this is the problem I found with the driver that I haven't updated yet, which will have a crashing, but it will always recover. Which means, please, if you have an Ethernet cable, if you have internet service, connect it and let it update its driver, or find a driver for it, because this is not really usable, but we're going to test it anyways. So you can see the specs, which is like terrible. 130 nanometers. I have never said that phrase before. 130 nanometer technology. Released in 2004. Wow. We got 12 cores, not even CUDA cores. And we got PCIe 1.1. Yeah, and we got 128 megs of RAM. And we got 0 GPU clock and 0 memory. So that's just great. The speed is just great. We have sensors, we got these things. We don't even have a temperature for it. We don't have fan speed, we have nothing. The GPU load is 0 and the memory clock are not detecting right. Validation, we can't really do that, so let's turn that off. And we come to the CPU-Z. We know it's a Pentium D930. We know all about that. But we're gonna know more about this real soon. It's a 77.5, but this chipset is way too old to support anything else. So it's the best chip you can get on this platform. It's 3 GHz, we know that. We got 4 megs of L2 cache. We got 3 GHz, which is correct. And the front side bus is 800 megs. Cache, we know that. The motherboard. A Dell motherboard, of course, 955X is the chipset, the Northbridge that is. And we have some very old BIOS, which is released in 2007 and stuff. Memory, we got 4 gigs of DDR2 dual channel and some not really useful things. Speed of the memory, and we know the ECC is enabled. It's built in the 15th week of 06. That's good to know. The graphics is not really important. It's a NVIDIA Quadro FX 1400, which is still running the old thing. What do you say? The old drivers, which is in the Microsoft drivers. Until Windows 10, Microsoft didn't really make good drivers. So, just saying. And we have benchmarks, so we can take a look at this. We don't want to reference yet, so let's do this. So I'm very proud. It actually scored more than 100 on the single core, but dual core only scored 199. Alright, it's very close to 2, so that's good. let's have a comparison with the brand new 6950X, which is a 10-core, 20-thread Extreme Edition Intel. It scores 430 on single core, and then 5030 on multi-thread. What about the new Ryzen 7 1700X? It did 410 and 4470. Let's pick the weakest one we can have. What about the AMD A10 7850K? That's 225 and 757. Yeah, so this isn't the most impressive CPU ever. It's dual core, it's 3 gig. It's probably gonna get you through a few YouTube video, and that's probably it. So don't expect too much from that. And we have some more juicy stuff. The Cinebench R15. This is a very CPU bound. Well, it's pretty much a CPU test only. You can't test the OpenGL, of course. We'll do the CPU first. I'll probably do a time lapse here because it's probably going to be pretty slow. Let's see. In 3, 2, 1, start the clock. Well, the clock doesn't really start because it's going to do its rendering preparation. So, yeah. But, you know, you got the idea. So after the painful 8 minutes of rendering, we got a very bad score of 71 CB. That's actually my first generation Core i5 laptop can score 151. So this got beaten by a laptop that's like 6-year-old. And that laptop got cooling problems. So it thermal throttles. This does not look good. So pay attention to the bottom left corner. You can see an i5 3317U, which is an ultrabook processor, is 3 times faster than this computer. Its single core performance is even better than this computer's dual core, dual thread performance. And I don't think this computer is thermal throttling or anything. So yeah, this computer got beaten by a Surface Pro. That's pretty bad. So let's see if we can redeem ourselves by running the OpenGL with the graphic card that only supports DirectX 9C. Oh, your graphic card does not support the required features for the test. That's just even better. So let's change another subject. What about 3D marks? And the driver for the display just crashed again. I know. It crashes every single time when I'm trying to enter 3D mark, so I don't even know if it's the problem of 3D mark or it's something. By the way, I think the screen on your display, or rather on my camera, is flickering quite badly, which is not cool. So we can't really do Firestrike because we don't have enough VRAM. We only have 128. I think you need at least 2, and you need a DX11 card. yeah, we have a DS9 card. So let's do Ice Storm Unlimited. I think we can do that at the very least. In 3, 2, 1, go. So that wasn't too bad. It only took like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes to do it. But I have no idea how good 6942 actually is. It says the first graphic test is 2366, the second one is 3311, the physics test is 3277. So the graphics score is 6348, the physics score is way better, 10,323. I have no idea how it is, but you know what? Leave me a comment in the comment section and tell me how bad it actually is. Last but not least, we're going to show you the most impressive benchmark in human history. It's called the Windows 7 Experience Index, which, to be honest, I loved. I was quite disappointed when they actually removed this mechanics. So, I don't really know why, but this is a good indication of, no matter how bad your PC is, it's a good indication that you have to compare with others. So, remember the numbers: 4.8, 5.3, 5.4, 4.5, and 5.2. This is its basic testing. I don't know how to get it, but anyways, let's rerun it right now. And after like 4 minutes, the testing is done. It didn't change a whole lot, to be honest. The main rating didn't change at all, but memory has improved by 0.1, which is like a 8% improvement, less than 10%. So yeah, this computer is kind of junk, but let me know, what do you think about my theories, the old PC Resurrection series? What do you think about the Lethbridge Dell Precision 380? What do you think about all the junk that I took out? What do you think about this junk and all? What do you think I'm gonna put it to use? What do you think where I live? Because I have a computer from the University of Lethbridge. This will probably be my YouTube watching machine, and I think it will handle basic network surfing and email response job as well. It probably would handle the job of the home theater. So if you want to fiddle around with your old computer, or you just want to get working on some kind of a computer, or you need some kind of a home theater or email PC or some kind of a guest PC, go into your garage, your dad's garage, your mom's garage, your grandparents' garage even, to seek for these treasures, as we say. And I'm the Forge Turbo, signing off.